Good afternoon, San Diego. Thanks for joining us here on CBS 8 Plus. What a gorgeous, absolutely stunning day here in San Diego, especially when you compare it to this. Look at these temperatures in the northeastern part of the country. These are not overnight lows. This is currently daytime highs, 16 in New York and Boston, 18 in Philadelphia. The polar vortex has got its grip on the Northeast all the way back to the Great Lakes, Detroit 15, 27 in Chicago. And then once you get into the Plain States, it is a completely different story. Wichita, Kansas at 64, 66 in Oklahoma City. Denver, 60 degrees. Man, it's hard to believe we're talking about the first week of February out west. 72 in Las Vegas, 74 currently here in San Diego, 72 in Los Angeles. Beautiful up in the Bay Area. Boy, if folks are tuning into the big game and seeing the conditions there as compared to the northeastern part of the country, it is a huge difference. Now, as far as what's causing this, I mentioned the polar vortex. Take a look at this flow. It is just streaming out of Canada, and you can tell the wind is coming out of the northeast, make that the northwest, as you see the offshore flow here. Look at these clouds. They're just blowing out to sea. So not only is it cold, but it is howling wind in the northeastern part of the country and over the Great Lakes as the polar vortex continues to just howl across that part of the country. Out west, high pressure is shifting now, and that's why we're seeing much warmer temperatures over the central part of the country, even into the central southern part of the Midwest. Out west, high pressure is still in play over the southern part of the eastern Pacific, but things are changing. And look at this stream of moisture, somewhat of an atmospheric river. You can see this plume of moisture, Hawaii right back here, and it is streaming all the way up into the Pacific Northwest. This is slowly but surely going to track south, and as it does, it's going to bring rain to us, snow into the Sierra Nevada. Look at these current temperatures, 80 degrees out in Escondido, 78 in Ramona, 81 in Fallbrook. It is unbelievable. 82 in El Cajon. And these aren't the daytime highs. These are current temperatures. Coastline, we're talking mid-70s currently, so you know how warm it was. Tomorrow, we're going to see a little bit cooler as this front starts to approach. It looks like the south winds will start to pick up late in the afternoon, but another really spectacular day here in San Diego. Now, I was looking at your surf. Those big waves there have fallen off, continue to do so tomorrow. 3 to 4 feet. The rip current risk still high, just because the bottom got so carved out by these huge waves. So some pretty big rip currents out there. Now, check out the tides here. We go to a low at 11:52, and then you notice I say the word flat for the high tide. It really doesn't change. It fluctuates a couple tenths, so not really any change in your tide from that low in the morning just before noon, 11:52. Look at this view from Mount Soledad. High pressure. Look how gorgeous Mission Bay is. Downtown San Diego almost looks like something someone drew up or something for a movie. And off in the distance, Tijuana, and then the mountaintops just outside of Rosarito, though. 74 right now. Northwesterly winds and the humidity bone dry out there. 85 in Palm Springs, 83 in Phoenix, 72 in Las Vegas, San Luis Obispo, 67. 72 in Los Angeles at the Civic Center. So super nice. Here's what's happening in the atmosphere. High pressure right here over the southern eastern Pacific. That's what's ridging, and that will start to break down as these series of low pressures start to move in. This next low digs in right along the coastline, and as it does, it starts to take aim on central and southern California. And so by the time we get into Tuesday evening, the rain will be knocking on the door overnight into Wednesday. We'll see the rain kick up, and yet another storm poised to make its way towards Southern California as we get towards the weekend. Here's your 7-day forecast. So tomorrow, another really nice day. Big cool down on Tuesday. The rain comes in overnight Tuesday into Wednesday morning, both along the coast and inland. A little break in the action. We stay at or just slightly below our seasonal average, and there's that next chance of rain coming into our forecast. And for you folks in the mountains, right now, it doesn't look like any snow because the atmosphere has been so warm, but perhaps by the time we get to Saturday and Sunday, there might start to be a chance of snow in our forecast. That's a look at your weather.